Eyewitness News is your local election headquarters. Less than 24 hours after results came in, the gubernatorial candidates are coming out swinging.
And the governor's race will be a rematch. Incumbent Gina Raimondo will face Cranston Mayor Allan Fung and a number of independent candidates, including former state rep Joe Trillo.
Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian caught up with several of the candidates today and breaks down what's next in the race in November. Kim?
Well, like Shannon, it will be a six-way race for governor, and already those three frontrunners are hitting the ground running, not pulling any punches as that November 6th general election comes closer by the minute.
Primary day victories for Cranston Mayor Allan Fung and incumbent Governor Gina Raimondo.
I don't really think there's any surprise right now. I always anticipated that I would be running against Gina Raimondo and Allan Fung.
Independent former state representative Joe Trillo, the third major candidate in the mix, meaning the race will look an awful lot like 2014 when Raimondo and Fung went head-to-head with independent Bob Healy. Republican nominee Fung saying this morning on Eyewitness News a vote for Trillo is essentially a vote for Raimondo.
But Rhode Island has recognized from 2014 election that protest vote is not going to get them the change that they need.
I say, why don't you try to vote for the person you think can do the best job? And let's get past this nonsense.
Meanwhile, Democratic incumbent Raimondo is already honing in on Fung, saying he is an ally of President Trump.
And Allan's been silent. And right now we cannot afford a governor who's going to be silent. We need a governor who's going to fight for Rhode Island.
And we're going to take back our state and really reform what's going on and the incompetence under this governor.
At the end of the day, Rhode Islanders will decide, do they want the old way of doing things, which is what Allan represents, or they like the change, and I think Rhode Islanders will pick progress.
And the other three candidates for governor are independent Luis Munoz, moderate party candidate William Gilbert, and the Compassion Party's Ann Armstrong. Now, coming up new at 6, Raimondo and Fung have already gone negative, launching attack ads that are already on air today. But one of those ads is bringing back memories of the cooler and warmer debacle. We'll tell you more about that next hour. For now, live in the newsroom, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.
Tonight, your local election headquarters is tracking what's already a very contentious race for Rhode Island governor. Governor Gina Raimondo and GOP challenger Allan Fung wasted little time in going after each other after winning their primaries last night.
And already one campaign is crying foul against the other. Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian joins us now live from the newsroom. Kim?
Well, Mike and Shannon, it's been less than 24 hours since we learned the results of last night's primary election, but there are already attack ads airing against both Raimondo and Fung. And like with the cooler and warmer debacle, some faulty video footage is giving the Raimondo camp some grief.
The day after primary victories for Cranston Mayor Allan Fung and incumbent Governor Gina Raimondo, and attack ads are already on the air. An ad funded by the Republican Governors Association goes after Raimondo, pointing to the loss of Benny's.
Everything that comes out of Governor Raimondo's mouth, many Rhode Islanders across the state are not buying it. They've had enough about the dishonest rhetoric, her trying to run away from her record of incompetence, whether it's UHIP, DCYF, the failed Cooler and Warmer.
That Cooler and Warmer campaign got heat in 2016 for showing a shot of Iceland in a Rhode Island tourism video. The Raimondo campaign now facing a similar point of criticism for the attack ad they launched against Fung today.
Here's the real story.
It's factual. These ads are just the facts, and we stand by them. They're just the facts. I think it's important that people know what my record is and what my opponent's records are.
The ad implies this is Cranston, but we went there, and it's actually the intersection of Hawkhurst and Pecasset Avenue in the Silver Lake section of Providence. Raimondo's campaign says they're reviewing the footage, but stand by the claims made in the ad.
And I also spoke with independent candidate for governor Joe Trillo. He says he expects to buy some TV ads as well, but does not expect those to be attack ads against his opponents. Also in the governor's race, independent Luis Munoz, moderate party candidate William Gilbert, and the Compassion Party's Ann Armstrong. Live in the newsroom, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.